All right, Tone, we've got an exciting new initiative here at the Richmond Footy Club to talk about. And I'm going to read it because I want to get it right. You know how I get things wrong.
All the time.
All the time. So this was launched late last year. It's the Punt Road Collective, and it's a program designed to offer a point of difference in an already cluttered sports industry network. The program will allow members to connect with like-minded individuals and businesses while offering authentic and impactful opportunities to support business success. So if you want to know more about it, head to Strong and Bold Hospitality to find out more. But here to talk about it is one of our champion ex-players, Jack Dyer medalist from 1998, and he's one of the newest members with his new business stick to join this Punt Road Collective. And I'm talking Nick Daffy. Good to see you, Daff.
Okay, Richo, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, you left out leading goal kick.
Well, I got the one in between when he hurt his knee.
That's right.
The only reason he won was because I did my knee tone, you know that.
I did kick 49, it wasn't bad.
No,
and then Rojo got one as well, actually.
Rojo won one.
He got in 2000.
I saw Rojo on Saturday, actually.
did you?
Mini hands. Yeah, it was good to see. Anyway, before we get into the footy, Daff, it's great to see you here. But tell us about your new business stick and what it's all about.
Yeah, look, it's pretty exciting. We've been developing this construction software for about 5 years. It's been on the market for 2. It's basically a financial management for construction, tier 3 right down to a tier 1 builder or contractor or subcontractor. And it's really about tracking their finances, lock in your budget, do all the communications, the contracts, and gives you an amazing amount of reports on a daily basis by only using it for potentially 30 minutes. And so a lot of people are scared off software, but this one really helps you be organised and get your admin right, but also give you the right reporting in your financials.
So basically it's just helping builders out there just get their finances in order and makes it easy for them.
Yeah, it just gives them the right habit and gives them the right reporting, and then our system locks into zero, so we become their approval process. So it's a really good way to, I guess construction in general has been struggling a little bit, and the number one thing is really the visibility and clarity on financials. So we've developed this software, and it's pretty exciting. And obviously the opportunity to jump in with Richmond with their new business collective was something, as soon as I could do that, I wanted to do it, and it's a great fit for me.
So, Daff, how important is it for you to stay connected with the club?
Well, it's funny because I wrote they did an amazing post, Richmond, in their LinkedIn and website. So I wrote something on mine, and it was the first time I've ever written. I'm really proud of my relationship with Richmond. I've always been able to come back, and probably that helped a lot with Brendan Gale being here, and we really felt at home. I don't think a lot of players have felt at home, but with the new guys, Shane and Simon Matthews is still there, and even Daniel, the new guy in charge of the business, I'm feeling like they're connecting really well with us as well, and they want to do it even better. So no, it's very important, and I'm really proud of the fact that I've got that relationship. I know some of the players, which they're fantastic. So yeah, it really feels like home, and it's somewhere where we came at 17 and we finished at 28, 29 or 30 or 38 like Richo. We really did grow up here, so it's nice to know that it's there. And with a business, it'll be nice to sort of grow my business with the supporters, also meet some great business-minded people, which is what it's all about.
So how's it going to align, Daff, and what do you want to achieve out of it for your business?
Yeah, well, I think the main thing is really just I had a chance to support the actual new business development that they've got, or the business networking. So for me, it's probably just really getting the name out there, really. We've been doing it pretty quietly as far as Stick. We've been getting a lot of business across Australia, but this is probably the first time we've been able to sort of go to the mainstream and, I guess, support something that we feel passionate about, and we'll get the name out there. So we've also sponsored the Geelong Falcons, where my son plays, and that's another area that I think is going to be important for the community footy, and I believe in what they're doing there, so that's another area. So it's those sort of areas are easy for me to get something out of it and also give something back. So and it aligns with who I am, really.
Daff, you mentioned your son, Archie, who's going well. He's in year 12 this year at Geelong College.
Yep.
And he's in the Falcons program, so he's going really well.
Yeah, look, he's tracking really well. He's put on 7 or 8 kilos this summer, which has been good because he really needed to. He's a runner. He's quick. He's got good endurance.
Quicker than you?
He's quicker than me. I think I was quick for about 2 metres.
You had explosive.
Yeah, but I had for about 2 or 3 metres, and then that was it. The 100 metres used to scare me because Richard come flying like a thoroughbred. But yeah, he's quick and he can run really well. He's a natural runner. Runs a sort of 6:12 2K. He's under 3 seconds for the 20 metres. So he's doing all the right things with the new weight. And I think I seen Rye talking about it in the in one of your podcasts, and he's really... He said that he's sort of developing into a player, and he is. He's really developing into his own player and learning the game. And I think this year he will really, I feel like he's going to have a breakout, and he's catching a few of the players. So it's really exciting for him.
So small forward at this stage?
He's sort of a high forward and midfielder in the APS. So he's a real, the goal-kicking midfielder, I believe he's going to be. But he definitely suits the modern high forward where they run all day. So... Look, it's going to be a big year for him, and the steps might be 2, 3, 4 years to get there. As long as he enjoys his footy this year and he develops, he does it with a smile, which I love. I felt like when we played, it was almost felt like a war.
We weren't allowed to smile though.
We couldn't smile,
and that's
we
what
didn't.
I love about how they coach now.
Yeah.
So he came and trained here for a week with the AFL boys, and it's just such a great environment to be in. So for me, I hope he gets there, but it's more about being around the great, the great people that are doing these clubs or, setting up these programs. That's what it's about. And you really want your kids to be around the best people. And in my eyes, AFL is that. It has the high-level people, it has grounded people, and they're the best people to be around. So I really want him to get there. And he's working really hard, and he'll enjoy it, and he'll enjoy the challenge.
I saw some vision of him last year. I think it was a school game, and he kicked a good goal, and he's got a bit of razzmatazz as well, Daff, like you had.
Yeah, he does, and it was funny because I was like, I nearly said, you better put that bow and arrow away, but and then everyone talked to me, and I was like, why would I say that?
Great.
And we used to love it, but he does it with a smile. He works really hard, and he loves the Tigers. So yeah, we'll see where it goes, and it's pretty exciting for him at the moment.
How many times has he seen the 95 semi-final against Essendon?
Look, COVID was bad because we got bored, so we put YouTube on and we watched a few videos. So no, I'll stop sending clips to him he doesn't listen anymore. But he's watched a few games he certainly likes the goal in the semi-final.
Was it? I read recently you said that was that the best goal you kicked?
I think so. Yeah, I will.
The one from outside 50.
Outside 50.
Well, it was close to inside the square, but no, it was. It was a bit. You know what? I just remember the noise, and I've watched that game, and some of the goals and some of the impact from Scotty Turner and Chris Nash hitting goals, and Roger and
Nida, of course, earlier.
Keeping us in the game. Some of those goals are incredible, and then Scotty Turner just knocking people over, which he knocked one of the guy I was on Grenville was tagging me through the day, so no wonder I had a good second half because Scotty knocked out Grenville. So, those sort of things. I watch those games with a smile. I don't remember a lot of it, but I watch it and just so proud of that I was there and the players that I played with. It would have been good if we were a little bit more stable as far as coaching and the club at that point because there was an amazing team. And, so it's exciting.
Do you think it was a bit of a forerunner to what happened in 2017 with the noise, the noise of the Tiger Army?
The crowd,
and the crowd,
Yeah, I think I was asked about the noise when I kicked the goal.
I think that was just, sorry to interrupt, I reckon that was the first, I wasn't playing, but in the crowd, I reckon that was the first time I'd experienced that Richmond roar that day, the real support that we obviously had.
I agree. I think that was we sort of awoken that Tiger with that final series, I believe. There was always the ones from the 70s and early 80s, but there wasn't much going on. So that was the day that the Tigers really stuck that Tiger Army again. And the roar was probably, I think we were talking about it in the interview, was when Dusty kicked the goal, I think it was, or someone kicked the goal against GWS in the prelim.
Lambo.
Yeah, Lambo. And we'll go on to the grand final, basically. Yeah. That roar was incredible. And it was probably before that, when we kicked those goals in that semi-final was probably, just as loud.
Hey, Daff, you've been doing some coaching. Are you still involved at all? You were out at Werribee for a while.
Yeah, no, I did the Werribee for 5 years with Choco Williams and Mick Barlow, and I loved it. I loved the standalone, the boys who hadn't got drafted but were still on that journey, and had a little bit to do with Shawnee Manor and Jake Riccardi. So I really enjoyed that sort of part-time helping them. But with Archie and his footy, I love going to watch the APS and the Falcons. And, so it's really about annoying him at the moment. So maybe he probably wants me to get a job in coaching, actually, and keep away. But, no, it's I just like watching it now.
You mentioned with Archie, it could be a 2, 3, 4 year process. You just don't know. Kids develop at a different age. But with Tasmania coming in, I reckon there's going to be opportunities if you don't get drafted in your first year to stick at it at the VFL. And you did it at Werribee with those guys you just mentioned. Yeah,
definitely. And I've had a lot to do with NIDA this year, and obviously Brendan and NIDA's there now. So, that is an option now that if the guys miss out, you'd be taking them straight over there with the development and the high level they want to put in. So, the Tassie is just an exciting, and it brings in another, 50 players in a couple of years. So it's very exciting. And that VFL, even the VFL at Richmond, there's just some amazing people in those programs as well, and they are such high levels. So for the boys who miss out on the draft, the VFL level and the amount of great people they put together in those programs now is pretty exciting. So I'd love to. Well, I went to Tassie with you and Brendan and a few of the boys, and I love Tassie.
Yeah,
so
it's a great place.
It's a great place, but I think I try to steer Archie and go, the other clubs have got to like you, but he keeps coming back to it, but I want to play for Tigers.
Yeah,
so,
of course he does.
But you know what? We'll see where it goes, and he loves his footy, and it's going to be a good journey, and hopefully he enjoys it and has fun.
Yeah, you mentioned your emotional connection to Richmond. What did the Premiership, the drought breaker in 2017, and then the 2 flags after that mean to you?
Oh, they meant everything. Yeah, I had tears in my eyes. I was a supporter, basically. I wasn't really around the club, but we're in the grandstands like everyone else with tears in our eyes going, this is crazy. We probably couldn't believe it as much as anything. But I think I felt with Brendan being around our era and the fact that there was so much unstableness as a club in coaching and above, I felt like our era had a little bit to do with it, because I think the decisions that Brendan made at that time were based on his experience. So I feel like, we can sit there and go, well, maybe we had a little bit to do with it, because we had to put up with, obviously, having a new coach every 2-3 years, which was hard to do. And some didn't survive, but some stayed around and got through. But that was definitely a decision that Brendan made based on the feeling he had, and it was the best decision we could have done.
Hey, Daff, before we let you go, who do you enjoy? You're obviously going to be going to a lot of games as part of the collective now, meeting people. Who do you enjoy watching out of the current team?
Oh, I love Mansell. I love the speed that he does things, his impact. And I'd love to see him really go that next level and get more ball because of the amount of work that he does. Love Seth Campbell. I reckon he's just a gun. I watched him at training. I think he's going to have a breakout. So those two. I like Tyler Sonsie as well. I reckon he had a lot of touches on the weekend. I feel like he's just sliding under the radar a little bit. I think he hopefully can step up, and it's a pretty exciting time at the moment. So I was actually there the day that David King was watching when he said there's all those Ferraris out there, and it was a really good comment because there is. So it's going to be exciting for years to watch.
With Campbell, do you think he can do what you did, and obviously start off as a sort of half forward and then move into the midfield and have an impact?
Well, he's got number 44, so he's. I did notice that. I forgot to mention that to him, but you know what? He's just so clever. So you're right. I think he'll definitely go into the midfield. There's a lot of high forward running players, but he looks really dangerous, composed, and just looks like he's ready to sort of blow some games apart.
How did you find that transition from going to half forward to midfield and having a really big impact?
Yeah, it's interesting because I played the high half forward before it was sort of around, I reckon. I sort of took off and just got up about and then got back through the goals. So I love the midfield. I wish I sort of stayed forward a bit more because I was so obsessed with getting in the midfield. I want to be in the midfield, but I actually knew how to play the half forward.
Well, you knew where the goals were, a natural forward.
But I felt that you could get rid of a player probably more so in the midfield. And that was, but you generally have a player come on. If you're a goal-kicking mid, you generally got a player pretty much staying near you anyway. Yeah. So, but it was just about the fitness. So once you learn how to play high forward as a player, you can go into the midfield and potentially go quite well, which he will. Did
Richo ever tell you to get out of his way up forward?
All the time. Yeah, but I said no worries, thank you.
Answer me back. me and Daff had some robust discussions on the ground.
But you know what? He'd say get out, and I'd go, okay, no worries, in a really nice way back. And then after the game, we'd have a laugh and we'd go,
we'd have a beer after.
Yeah, and we'd go, where are we going? Let's go and talk about this.
No, we enjoyed the trimmings after the game. Daff, probably too much at times. Daff, it's great to have you back at Punt Road as part of the collective, and good luck with Stick and networking, and we'll see you at plenty of games this year, and we'll be watching Archie with interest.
Thanks, guys. Really good to see both of you. So look forward to the year. Thank you.